Today in this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how to register your drone in Japan and how to fly in Japan legally. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Alan Gadgets. I'll be flying to Japan next month for my vacation, and this will be the first time I'm flying my DJI Neo overseas. In most countries like Singapore and US, you only need to register your drone if it weighs above 250 grams. But in Japan, you're required to register your drone if it's above 100 grams since June of 2022. DJI Neo weighs at 135 grams, so I had to register. So into this video, I'm going to take the opportunity to register the drone in Japan and at the same time guide you through the steps on how to do it. The website that you need to go register your drone is the Japan Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism. Just go to Google and key in Japan drone registration. The three general steps of application is step 1, application, step 2, payment, and the last step is getting the issue of the registration ID. This is a grossly oversimplified representation of the process. It's not that easy. The navigation of the page can be confusing and sometimes misleading. To complete the whole process, you will need to prepare 3 things. First of all is your passport. As a foreigner to Japan myself, the passport is the only document that I could use to verify my identity. The second thing you need is your smartphone that you need to capture your passport with, even if you're registering from the PC. And the third thing you need is your credit card to do the payment. The fee to register via passport is 1,450 yen per drone, and if you include more than one drone in the same application process, the additional drone will be 1,050 yen. Before going to the detailed guide on how to register the drone in Japan, I would like to urge you to hit on the like button and share this video if you find it helpful or interesting. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel for all things drone cameras and gadgets, and hit on the bell button for a future notification. With that out of the way, let's go into the detail. The first thing you need to do is to register for a free account. Make sure you scroll down to the bottom of the terms and conditions. Click on the Add Rules to pop up a new page. You'll only be able to tick on the checkbox after doing this too, so that you can proceed with the next step of the registration. Fill up all your particulars and take note of the reading field. This is supposed to be the Katakana version of your name. I have studied Japanese, so I am able to translate my name into Katakana. But if you can't or reluctant to use the Google Translate because sometimes it's not accurate, you can just leave it blank. After you have created your account and logged in, this is where you can start to register your drone. I'm only able to advise on the DJI drone because all my drones are from DJI and they all have built-in remote ID for all the drones made from September 2022. And specifically for DJI Neo, it has a built-in remote ID just for Japan and China, as it's not a requirement to register this drone under the weight of 250s anywhere else in the world. So in this case, similar to all other DJI products after September 2022, you can just click yes on the built-in remote ID. Take note when using your phone to scan the passport, you might need to try a few times before you get it right and get accepted by the systems. And from the list of submission, you can now see the status as confirming the procedure contents. This is the first step of the registration of your drone. You should now receive the email of a completion of this part, and you'll be advised for another email coming in maybe 1 or 2 days later to ask you to make a payment for the registration. After getting an email to prompt you to make payment, you can just go back to the page or the link from the email. After making the payment, the status should now change to review procedure in progress. The payment doesn't guarantee your submission yet. You have to wait for another email to notify you of the completion of the procedure. At this point, if everything is in order, you should expect another email in about 2 to 3 days time. And when you log in and look at the list of submission, the status should now be procedure completed. The last thing you need to do now is to label your drone with the registration ID. So this is how I label my ID on my Neo. All in all, in my experience, it takes about 3 days for the whole process from the beginning to the end. That's provided all your documents are in order. If they do require you to refurbish or resubmit certain documents, you might need 1 to 2 weeks. So it's better not to do it in the last minute. For those who have traveled to Japan before, you should know that the law enforcers over there are very strict and rigid to the rules. They will not bend the rules for anything or anyone, even for a foreigner. So please do register your drone properly so that it can fly legally with peace of mind in Japan. I'll leave the links below on the maps that you can use to avoid no-fly zone in Japan. And lastly, I want to urge that everyone fly responsibly, safely and legally. So that's all I have for this video in the guidance of how to register your drone in Japan. And if you find this beneficial or helpful in any way, do click on the like button and share. If you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel for all things camera, drone and gadgets. Click on the bell button for future notification, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!